Hello, dear soul lady, and welcome to yet another Soul Whisper in this series. My name is Dr. Christian, and these Soul Whispers that are posted here on the channel are presented in its purest form. They're based on the opening line of my keynote speech, which I did at the Speaker Showcase in Ottawa, for which I, by the way, received the most entertaining speaker award. And the opening line goes like this: why is silence so powerful? Because in it you will hear words of truth. So this is how it goes. Imagine that you and I are sitting here on the bench in this beautiful park, and then I close my eyes, I go into silence, and then what matters is, the soul matter, is that I'm going to tune in on you and listen to what your soul wishes for you to hear in this particular moment, right here, right now. So, let's do it. Interesting. Because you might think, or you might say, that I already determined what I'm going to say up front. How boring that would be, right? It's not fun. It's much more fun than for me as well to just sit and have no idea what's coming. Open myself up and then see. So this time, and sometimes a soul whisper comes with a word or an image or a feeling or a memory, or could be anything basically. And what happened in this particular moment is that a word came to me, and the word is softness. Softness. I don't know if you would agree with me, but softness isn't it true to say that often softness has a negative connotation? It's kind of seen as a not so good thing, right? To be soft. Oh, that's a softie. We already have it in our language. But what if the opposite? To be hard, the hardest, toughest. How does that sound? Is that a kind of way to live life? And isn't it true that very often, very much when we are little, we may have been in an environment where we needed to be tough, needed to be hard, needed to work hard or whatever. And maybe you are a lady, an affluent, soul-seeking lady who has a career behind her with very hard work, accomplished a lot of it. And maybe you're now at the point where you've perhaps sold your business for I don't know how many millions, even billions. Maybe you have, maybe you've stepped back from a very demanding corporate career. That could be the case, for instance. And now you are in a position where you have, I would say, more time to yourself. And more time to relax. And more time to enjoy. At least that was something you were hoping to get. But you may be one of those ladies who are experiencing at this particular moment that all these wonderful things that you thought would come your way, now having more time for yourself, are actually not coming, or not in the way, or not to the extent that you had hoped for and expected. Maybe you are in a position that you are not really able to enjoy all the richness life has to offer. what very often happens is when ladies like you are getting into this phase of life where they have more time to themselves, that in these moments, particularly in the private moments, you start to ask yourself questions. You start to wonder. You start to notice certain kind of feelings, certain kind of thoughts that you didn't notice you had when you were still very busy and on the road with an agenda from here to Tokyo. You see, things that you wonder, well, what is actually the purpose of life? What is the reason and for me to be here on earth? And yes, I had my successes and I have a lifestyle others dream of. I have everything I've ever wanted. My bank account is filled with the millions, but now what? And maybe these thoughts keep coming, like what to do with the rest of my life, or looking around and then saying to yourself, you know what? This isn't it. It isn't. I still feel this kind of emptiness in myself, despite all the wealth and despite all the possessions and assets you've gathered and so on and so forth. Still, I feel very much unfulfilled somehow and maybe even unhappy. And then there's a lady back there in the frame which finds. Probably it's a lady who is very much resonating with what I'm sharing with you now. Who knows? Maybe you have then this question that, is there something more than what I can see with my physical eye? Is there something more? Is there something which goes beyond the physical appearances? And if so, what could it be? And maybe you come at a point that you actually feel, yeah, but there must be more to life than this. But now what? What to do? I mean, how to explore it, and well, who's out there who I can really trust? And that is, when you see me getting a sigh, I know very much how that feels, and to be in such a place. I've been in moments in my life that I had no trust in anyone at all. So, and that was obviously, and that may be very much the case with you as well, that you have had your bad experiences, right? You gave your trust to someone, they betrayed you, or they did things that really hurt you, and here you are. But here's the thing. The moment you consider that there may be something more to life than this, at least tells me something. What it tells me is that you probably are considering, maybe you're conscious of it, maybe not, you're considering that perhaps the solutions you are looking for to resolve the kind of things you are unhappy about may be found in the realm of what we call spirituality. That's an interesting word in itself, right? So, and most likely I will shoot another soul whisper on this particular subject. The point is this. There are already the answers out there you're looking for. They already exist. I can confirm that what you're looking for, and consider that those answers might come from and are related to spirituality, that is, in my life at least, has been absolutely 100% true. The moment I started to be interested in and exploring what actually spirituality is and what it can do for us humans, my life changed dramatically in a positive sense. So many things that I've been struggling with have been resolved because of that. So yes, back to softness. Isn't it true to say that it is in these private moments when you're alone by yourself that it is due to a certain way of relaxation, a certain way of not having these demands of things to do, that in a way that helps you to soften a bit more, and that in softening more you start to get in touch with those thoughts and feelings I just described. So isn't it true to say that therefore, looking at that way, becoming more soft to yourself, which is another word for to be more loving towards yourself. We touch on the aspect of self-love here, and that will also certainly be one of the soul whispers I'm going to produce. But just to mention it, just to make the point that softness in that way is a good thing, and it helps you to progress. It's something to embrace. It's actually something to cultivate even more, to become more soft to what is going on inside and transform it, heal it, adjust it, or let certain things go and see where that leads you. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed it. And to end this clip, I have a very special way of doing it in mind. If what I've shared resonates with you and you would like to book a one-on-one private call with me in which you want to explore more in detail how I work, what I do, the kind of issues that I help my clients to overcome, and what are the suggestions and the tips and tools and the what is it called? The resources and programs and all these kind of things. The solutions, that was the word I'm looking for. The solutions I have to offer. Then you're about to see a slide in which you can read the details, including the link that you can use to book that call with me. And you will also, and that's a special thing about this ending, for every clip I've created an instantly composed music piano piece, especially created for you as a little gift. And while you take note of these details, I would say, please enjoy. And I wish you a very soulful day and or night. And I'm looking very much forward to see you again in one of these other soul whispers.